Hey guys, this is Frankly Frank from Club Safari in the Philippines, and today we're talking about MMA. Frankly Frank, myself, is gonna fucking tell you the straight up story about MMA. I've been watching a few people talking about MMA on the internet, trash talking shit. People saying things like, oh, martial arts, other martial arts now is worthless. MMA is the fucking ultimate, the alpha and the omega, the fucking peak. Yeah, saying shit like, come and prove yourself in the fucking ring. You're talking, shit like that, dude. For you, I just have one fucking word: get yourself out of the fucking ring into real life, okay? Life is not lived in the fucking ring, okay? Life is lived out here in the fucking jungles, or there in red light areas, or in ghettos, or in fucking rich people living in their own homemade prisons, or in real fucking prisons, okay? That's where real life happens and take place, not in an MMA fucking ring with a fucking referee or protecting you, with doctors all around, with an ambulance parked outside the door, with fucking guards all around the ring to jump in and to save your fucking ass. Fuck you, man. Don't talk shit about martial arts in general, okay? If you take the average MMA so-called martial artist, or what the fuck they call him, fighter, or what the fuck they call themselves, take him out of the fucking ring and put him in a real life situation. I want to see that shit. I remember Mike Tyson, Iron Mike Tyson. He got in a bar fight with, was it Michael Green or what the fuck, Green something? He threw one punch at this green dude, and then when the green dude punched back, did Michael Tyson stand around and, no, Michael Tyson fucking disappeared running. Why? Why did Michael Tyson run away from a bar fight? Because there is no fucking umpire, there is no doctor, there is no fucking guards to protect you in a bar fight, okay? Or in a street fight, or in a fucking, when you're a gang fight. Gang fights. You know how ugly is a gang fight? I've been in a few. I've been in over 100 fights ever since I was this big, growing up in Africa. Africa is a wild place. There's no place for poofters, sissies, pansies, crybabies. Like we say in Africa, cowboys don't cry, especially in front of their horses. Okay, let's get back to the topic, MMA, right? Now, any martial art has a place, because MMA is just a fucking mix of martial arts, okay? So they take, and then most of these MMA fucking so-called fighters can't fucking apply their basic martial arts. That's what pisses me off. 95%, if not 99% of MMA fights are boring, fucking hopelessly boring. I cannot watch that shit. I watched couple of people fucking staggering around the ring like it's the first time they've ever entered like they've entered into a fight. They fucking don't know, most of them don't know what they're doing. They've been training for 3 months or 6 months and ran around the block a few times. Now they're going to be, oh, I'm a fucking MMA fighter, man. I know my shit, man. Fuck you. You know fuck all. That's why 99% of MMA fights are fucking hopeless, boring. You have two guys that don't know how to fight. Okay, that's my little opinion. You, MMA fucking dude, you get your fucking ass out of the ring, okay? Before you talk your shit. I don't know if you guys can see here. I don't know, I'm alone here, but I'll try to show you some scars. Starting here, this is a fucking piece of glass, and near at my eye, blood was spurting out of this eye. There was no referee to stop the fight. Psst, going like this, okay? I couldn't say, hey, I'm throwing in the towel. No, that fucking didn't happen. I'll give you an example of real life, okay? I was 21, just finished my army duty up in the war zone in Angola, Namibia. There was a really fucking big war going on there. against the Russians, against the Cubans, the Eastern Europeans, the fucking East Germans. And I was just back in South Africa, got my first job, I lived in a hostel, and this married guy, he was an ex-policeman or something, he gave up his job, he started working at this factory where I was working, and he was waiting for his family to move down. He moved in there in the hostel, the men's hostel, South Africa, Sasolburg. And he asked me to, make him a loan because blah, blah, blah bullshit. Anyway, I gave him like 500 rand. At that time, it was half my salary, half a month's salary, good salary, yeah? And then, as often happens, people will borrow money from you. They suddenly develop amnesia, and they try to, and then one day, quite a few weeks or quite a few months later, I bumped into the guy. He just came from work, from the factory. So he was still wearing his blue overalls and heavy-duty boots, metal tip boots. So I said to him, hey, you've been owing me money for months now. Where's my money, And he put his hand in his pocket and he gave me some money and then he walked away. And I looked at my hand, it was 50 rand, not 500 fucking rand. So I kind of walked after him and said, hey, and I tapped him on the shoulder. He was about a head taller than me. So I tapped him on the shoulder. I said, hey, wait a minute. And then as he turned around, he turned around and he immediately gave me a really good shot. I don't know if you can see my nose. Anyway, right around there, smacked me right on the nose. I went flying. Luckily, there was a wall behind me, so I fucking hit the wall. Boom! But as I hit the wall, I kind of staggered forward again, and he was standing there, and boom! He picked me off again, right again on the fucking nose. Later on, when I watched in the mirror, my nose here was lying right here on my cheek. It was that badly broken. Well, at that point in time, I didn't fucking care about that shit. So by this time, I made sure that I didn't stumble forward, and I was standing against the wall, and got my hands up. So he stepped forward, and he tried to give me a third shot. But this time, I could move out of the way. So I think his hand must have hit the wall quite hard, because he was like, oh, like this, and then that gave me the chance to jump up, grab him around the neck, hold him down, and I was like hammering him, really well. So I gave him about 10 good shots maybe. I decided to throw him over my hip, and I went like this so I can get him down. I wanted to jump on him. As he went flying that way, centrifugal force, he went flying that way, and I went staggering, but this time I hit the wall again with my right arm, and as I hit the wall, I fell. There was a big fat ass rubbish bin right behind I didn't notice it. I fell over this fucking bin, hit my arm at this angle against the wall, so that my shoulder socket popped out. Boom! Oh! Now I've suffered several broken bones in my life, all over. Broken nose, broken jaws, broken skull, pierced eye, cracked knee, broken leg, broken arm, broken finger, all. But that fucking popped socket it fucking hurt. And I fell against the wall, and in the meantime, this guy who went flying just now, he jumped up. I'm lying against the wall with basically a broken arm, right? When your socket comes out, similar to a broken arm, broken nose already. So he was a tall dude, and he had long legs, and he was flying into me with those steel tip boots, boom, right in the fucking ribs. A few good shots, and I was lying there, and I was like, oh, what the fuck can I do now? I can, the thing that saved me was that in this rubbish bin that tipped over, there were some empty bottles. There was an empty wine bottle or some booze bottle. So I grabbed luckily I saw it, and I grabbed it, and I just cracked it with my left hand now, because the right one was paralyzed. And I cracked the left one with my left hand, cracked the ball. As he came in forward again, I lunged at him, stabbed him right in the stomach with this really nicely broken bottle with all the sharper shards, So I got him a good one, full in the stomach, boom. So he was really shocked, because he was looking at the blood, oh, like this. So that gave me time to jump up, pushed him against the wall, and I probably got him about 5, 6, 7 good shots right in the stomach. So he was running like crazy, running down this long hallway, and I was like, fuck you, you're not going to escape me. And I was running after him, He ran, and I was chasing hard, huh? And he ran, and he couldn't, because he was wearing these heavy boots, so I was kind of catching up a little bit, you know. And then he ran into the matron. There was this old fucking white-haired bitch, you know. She was a real old bitch, but she had her own office. She was running the hostel. He ran right into her office, and she was sitting on this big old chair with wheels. He fucking grabbed the chair and was maneuvering her, and she was screaming like a fucking banshee, you know, like a crazy old witch. And I was like, I'm gonna fucking get you, dude. And I was still trying to get him a few times, but he was pushing this old bitch, and she was fucking screaming. So I was like, okay, fuck you. I walked back to my room, went straight to the doctor, and he was like, ouch, you know, your nose fucked, you know. And anyway, long story short, now in MMA, in a fucking ring, imagine this shit. The guy throws a sucker punch twice, break your nose. You are saved by the wall, not by the fucking ropes. You're saved by the wall behind you, because he hits his hand on the wall. Then you throw him, but you fall over this trash can in a ring. There's no trash can in the ring, right? And your arm pops out. All of this, the fight would have been stopped or would have been over in the fucking ring. No, this guy jumps up, starts kicking the shit out of you with a fucking steel-tipped boots. Then luckily I grabbed the bottle, I could break it and stabbed him. So this is a very typical situation outside the fucking MMA ring, okay? So next time, don't talk shit about MMA, dude, please. I'm gonna give more and more examples of my own life, gang fights. I almost never had a one-to-one. That was one of the few one-to-one fights I had in my life. Usually it was gangs or several dudes, or, you know, weapons even, or, yeah, talk about weapons. Can you take a knife into the fucking MMA ring, or a club, or a bottle, or a chair? I've been hit with fucking chairs. I had my skull cracked, broken twice. I was unconscious for 4 days, 3 to 4 days one time. Totally unconscious. Never woke up. Broken jaw several times, here and here. I didn't even go to the doctor. Like I said, many broken bones. So you fuckers that talk shit about martial arts in general, watch your fucking mouths, okay? Watch your mouths, okay? Fuck you MMA dudes, okay? Talk your shit here, okay? Not there in your fucking ring, okay? Fucking serious, fuckers.